Hello all, this is Dr. Boney. I'll be your instructor for FSY225 this fall 2022. This is an online course that has a lot of animations and point of view activities, so it's fairly hands-on. I'm going to go through exactly how to navigate the course. So this is the view that you will see when you log on. So the first thing you want to do is basically hit content, and once you do that, you're going to see something like this. Don't worry, as the semester goes on, there'll be more units down here. So first thing you would just do is hit getting started, and obviously just go right down the list. The first thing you're going to do is hit this, and of course you'll see right now this is last year's video, but I'm replacing it literally with the one that I'm making right now. So that would be the first thing to do. And so as you're organizing, the next thing is you probably want to check out the syllabus, and this link will bring you right to the college syllabus for the course. This basically kind of shows you exactly what the credits are, what you're going to learn, all that kind of stuff. The grading scale, the evaluation measures, all that kind of stuff. Next thing as you get on the list is going to be information about me. There I am. I have a little more gray hair than that, but that's okay. I've been teaching for 26 years and total science nerd, so this should be fun. Obviously, email is the best way to get a hold of me. So next thing we have here is the grading policies. And here you'll see we have the course grading policies. Are a little more specific than on the syllabus. It breaks down the lab reports a little more. So exams are 50%, summative lab reports, which there'll be 1, maybe 2, or 20%. The Connect lab activities are 10. I'll explain those. The formative assignments, I'll explain those, are another 10, and case studies are also 10. Next thing, going right down the list, you want to look at student resources. This is all the stuff that for every student pretty much. This is the minimum technology requirements. So you can go check that out. It usually takes a little bit of time to load. I don't know why. There you go. You can read all that. Student virtual support, if you need any IT support or anything with registration, there you go. Any help with D2L, there you go. The next one you want to do is pretty cool. This is how you're going to do a lot of the animated and interactive lectures that I have. It's called How to Register for Edpuzzle, and this is free. So you're going to click on here, and it's going to send you to a link, and the link's going to look just like this. And actually what you're going to do, because you haven't been part of this, is you're going to go all the way up to the corner and you're going to hit sign up. And so you can basically do it however you want. The best way is to do sign up with Edpuzzle, and then you put your first name, last name, and some kind of username or password. You only have to do that once. So once you're logged in, you don't need to go to Edpuzzle anymore. That's all you do. Once you're logged in, everything's great. And I'll explain why that is and what that is. So if I keep going right down the list, now I'm finally at Unit 1, and there's going to be an overview. This is the overview of Unit 1, what you're going to know. This is going to be very important for you because obviously it's an online class. Whoops, sorry about that. So let me go ahead and make that so you can actually see it. That would be much better there. Ooh, okay, this is being really weird. So let me go ahead and see if I can just do it this way. Whoa, okay, look at this dancing everywhere. Let me do it another way here for you. Figured I would just pop it out full screen so you can see it. That was a setting on my computer. So basically this is really what you want to pay a lot of attention to. This is your schedule. And since this is an online asynchronous course, I went ahead and highlighted things that actually have grades to them. So everything you see in yellow has some sort of deadline, and next to it is the actual deadline. As you can kind of see, there's kind of a weekly deadline in essence. The semester opens up August 20th, so I'm giving you basically 8 days to finish these 4 things, and then there's these items down here, which you can see there's 5 of them, but technically out of this 5, only 1 of them is a due date. The rest of these things are practice, these are lectures I want you to watch, etc. So you just basically go down the list and you finally take your exam, which by the way will be on the 19th or the 20th. I basically give you 2 days to take an exam. You can take it any of the time during that you want. And so where can you find all of these things? Well, the answer is pretty clear. If you look here, these are the readings and assignments, and these are the case studies. I've organized them for you literally right down the list. So if you want to know exactly what is going to be on the exam, here it is. It's not a trick question. These are all the items on the exam. So then the first thing I would want you to do, and this is where the Ed Puzzle comes into play, you'll see this says Metric Conversion Ed Puzzle. And what I did is I integrated my lectures into this D2L site. So once you register for the free Ed Puzzle, and you just go ahead and click on your very first lecture, here it is, you click on it, there it is like that. It'll have your name up here, not mine, and you're just going to click on Get Started. And from here, I'm not going to push start yet, but you can full screen this, and you will see here that this looks a lot like a YouTube video, except that there's these little teardrops, and these little teardrops are either comments that I make during the lecture, or they're questions that I actually would want you to answer. And the first time you go through this, you cannot fast forward the video. You have to do it all the way through. So most of my lectures are about 7 to 10 minutes. About half of them are words that, mine. You hear my voice. Sometimes you hear my colleagues' voices. Sometimes you hear other people's voices. And you can, of course, full screen this as well if you wanted to look at it this way. That's perfectly fine. However you want to do it is perfectly fine. Now, the Ed Puzzles are not graded. The Ed Puzzles are not graded. They are to help you. They are the lecture because you don't have me. And so obviously once you do this particular video, then I have practice for you. So here's an actual assignment that has to do with practice of the metric system. And here basically it is. The due date, the whole thing, you're going to download this document, which I'm going to do right now. And then I'm going to kind of throw it over to your screen so you can kind of see it. That's not the one. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. And then we will be good to go. So here is the actual document, and you're literally just going to type your answers right on this, and then you're going to basically submit it right back to me. So whatever you think hopefully you don't think those are the answers. Those are definitely not them. But that would be kind of how they work together. So once you're done that, you're going to go ahead and submit it here. You're going to upload it and submit it, and you're done. And so then you're going to go down the line. This is literally how your entire thing, everything is ordered in here, all down the line in the order of operations of how you do. More Ed Puzzles, blah, 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 as we get down the list. What else you're going to see in here that you don't see right now because it's before the actual semester starts are actually going to be your lab, the labs that you do. And that's why you have to buy the Connect McGraw-Hill code, because that's going to give you access to all the labs, which are point of view labs, all the stuff for the lab reports, and the exams. And so you'll see them there. You just don't yet because the course isn't open. But I promise when you watch this video, when the semester opens, you will see and integrated in here. And actually, let me just turn this off so you can see it. So this is my view now, by the way. So I'd like to just kind of show you and prove to you that the actual exam or labs are there. So there they are. You'll see, by the way, that there's a lab here. There's another 5 points added to the first exam. So what I have in here is you're going to do lab 1. Again, you're just going to click here, and it's going to literally launch McGraw-Hill. And the first time you ever go to this, it's going to say, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. And what you're going to do is if you bought the code at the bookstore, it's going to ask for the code that you bought at the bookstore. If you didn't yet buy it, you literally can buy it through this site. You can use a credit card and buy it. Or if you didn't have time yet, it'll say, hey, no problem, I'll give you 2 weeks for free. So you can click on this and get a temporary passcode for 2 weeks while you go ahead and purchase the code. And this is where you'll do your labs. So again, you never leave D2L. Everything is in here. Another thing I want you to do in McGraw-Hill by September 1st is I want you to do it's going to sound weird, I want you to take a 1-question exam, quote unquote. And basically the question says, can you see this question? And you basically answer yes. If you complete that by September 1st, I'm going to give you 5 points to your exam. And what that is proctoring software that's going to be used for when you take your real exam. The proctoring software is basically going to lock things like right-click, not allow you to use 2 monitors, won't allow you to download anything, won't allow you to open up a browser. It will take a recorded video of your session. So again, there's no human there. It'll just computer generate it. And so if you have a book open or if you keep leaving the room, it will alert me to watch the video. So just obviously when you're taking your exam, take it in a room where there's not a lot of anything else going on, and clearly don't cheat because it will alert me, and I can review the video. So I want to make sure that when you take the real exam that all of your technology is set up, and that's why I made a fake test. So if you complete this, it will automatically download whatever software that you need to make sure this works. Because I don't want you to sit down for exam one and have to fiddle with the technology and you're freaking out. So that's not good. So literally all you're going to do is go down the list and complete all these assignments. Now let me move back to a student view again, so we can kind of see what you would see down the line here. And so you go all the way down. There's all of your ed puzzles and assignments, and we're everything for Unit 1 except the case studies. So the case studies are down here. You will see that there's 2 case studies that are in Unit 1. You just literally click on here. You click on this. You go to the assignment. Here is basically the case study itself. It tells you exactly what to do. And you write the answers to these. You need to use citations. So if you use the internet at all, clearly you got to use some references to it. And then you're going to submit the assignment there. So that's literally what the course is like. And you just repeat that over the 4 units. So I'm sure you might have some questions, and if you do, you know where to reach me. But I wanted to give you kind of a little bit of a head start as to exactly what the semester is going to look like. So I look forward to helping you out as you learn the microbiology of foods.